is up, math superstars? In this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, we are talking about inequalities. And so if you don't know what the inequalities are or what they're about or the symbols, this video is for you. You've seen inequalities all over the place. And so if you've been to any kind of amusement park, you've noticed that there are ride height requirement signs there where if you're under a certain height, you cannot ride the ride. And so what happens is you experienced an inequality in front of you. So as your parents drive down the road, you might see all these kind of signs right here, speed limits. So which means that you could drive the maximum speed of 60 miles an hour, which says that you could drive anything under that, within reason of course, and be legal. Now if you drive over this, what will happen is there'll be flashy blue lights in the mirror. You might have also experienced inequalities when you got a gift card. And so a lot of gift cards have prices on it, and so $10, $20, $25. And what that's saying is that's the maximum amount of money that you can spend at that store. Which means that you can say if it's $25, you could spend under that amount or that exact amount of $25. If it's $25.01, you cannot buy that product, which means that you went over. And so for inequalities, all we're talking about is that there are more than one answer, or more than one value that meets the inequality. So let's take a look at now what it looks like in math. And so here we're given a greater than symbol, so you might be familiar with that from elementary school. And the question is which numbers, so we're looking for more than one number here, are greater than -3. So if we say what numbers are greater than or bigger than -3, we're going to start and we're going to realize that it's all of these numbers here that are bigger than -3. And so we can get as close to that line as possible without touching it. And so we know that decimals are going to be in these numbers. Fractions are going to be in these numbers, which are the same as the decimals. And so, but we're saying that all of these numbers here, as far as this line as I can draw this, are going to be greater than -3, because I can say that 0 is bigger than -3. I can say that -2 is bigger than -3. Let's say that 10 is bigger than -3 or greater than -3. But it does not include -3, because I can't say that -3 is bigger than -3 because they're exactly the same. But there is a sign for that, and so we could say that the sign right here that we're dealing with, this is the greater than or equal to sign. So you can see that the only difference here is that we have the line right underneath the greater than sign. And the question is which numbers are greater than or equal to -3. So in this case, it's the same kind of scenario where we know that all those numbers there are going to be greater than, but we also know that it also includes the -3. Yay, it's included in there because we have greater than or equal to. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the less than sign. And so you notice that it is the opposite of the greater than sign. And we can say that which numbers are less than -3. So I find -3 and I realize that it's all the numbers to the left of -3 because they're getting smaller and smaller. But this time, -3 is not included because I can't say that -3 is less than -3 because those are equal. But what I can say, there is a sign for that. We have less than or equal to. So if I say that which numbers are less than or equal to -3, it's going to include all those numbers that are smaller than -3. And this time, our friend -3 is included. And so we have all kinds of different signs for inequalities. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to actually graph inequalities.